Hello, 10th grade theology students. I'd like to spend a few minutes reviewing number 4 and number 5 on your library orientation assignment. Number 4 is a very challenging task. Presents you with a reference question that you have to answer by using materials in the Zavarian Brothers High School Library. You cannot answer this question anywhere else but in the Zavarian Brothers High School Library. So, the directions tell you that you need to look at a bibliography and try to figure out which of the books on the bibliography would likely have the answer to your question. Let's look at the question on this sample sheet. Compare different translations in Jesus' return from Jordan, chapter 4 of Luke's Gospel. Which translation begins with a reference to Jesus instead of the Holy Spirit? Now here's the list of books, which you'll find over on the circulation desk counter. The answer has to be found in one of these books. Now I'm going to go through these books and give you a few hints as to what you might find in these books. For instance, look at number 1, the Collegeville Bible Commentary. This is a type of book that takes sections of the Bible and provides analysis or commentary on those particular sections. The question on your sheet will have a hint that will help you figure that out. The Complete Parallel Bible takes 4 different translations of the Bible and puts them next to each other on the pages so that you can look at one translation, compare it to another one, and see how they're similar or different. Again, it takes 4 different translations and sets them up in a way that you can compare and contrast them. Number 3, Idioms in the Bible Explained deals with specific sayings or expressions that were very popular in the Bible, but may not be used that often nowadays. So these idioms or sayings or expressions are explained to you in this book. The Illustrated Dictionary of Bible Life and Times deals with specific terms or references and how they relate to the way life was lived in the biblical time period, not the current time period, but the biblical time period. Gospel Parallels is similar to number 2, except Gospel Parallels takes the different synoptic Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and sets them up so that you can look at them and compare and contrast them. So it's a similar format for item 2 and item 5, but one deals with different translations and one deals with different synoptic Gospels. And finally, number 6, it's a dictionary of theology. So it takes theological words, theological terms, and defines them for you. So hopefully these little explanations will help you deal with your question. The person who has a question like this, compare different translations of Jesus' return, well, they're going to be going to this book right here, the Complete Parallel Bible. And then, of course, when you get your hands on the book, you have to figure out how to use it. So, once you find the answer, you take the book over to the circulation desk. One of the librarians will make a copy of the page for you, and then you have to circle the answer on that page. And then you'll attach that sheet to this assignment when you pass it in. Okay. We want you to make sure that you circle the exact spot on the page where the answer is found. We've had guys in the past circle the entire page. We want the exact sentence or half a sentence where the answer to your question is located. Now let's move on to number 5. Number 5 is asking you to create a bibliography using 2 of the sources that you use to complete this assignment. You will have completed this assignment by using 4 different sources. We want you to take 2 of them. We want you to type out bibliographic citations for each of those 2 sources using MLA formatting. Now, what's the best way to do this? The best way to do this is to go to a site like EasyBib or BibMe. Both of these sites can be very helpful. But I do want to show you something that you need to be very careful with here. Okay? If you go to EasyBib, it's always going to be defaulted to website. When you first go there, website is going to be the choice, but you're not going to be doing any websites. You're going to be doing citations for books or journal articles, magazine or journal articles. So you're going to be dealing with book or journal. The other thing I want to show you is whether you're using EasyBib or you're using BibMe, when you create the citation, it's going to come out with the indentation on the second line, which it's supposed to have. But when you copy and paste that over to a document, that indentation doesn't come with it. So you need to use the tab key to get that indentation to show the way it's supposed to show. Again, for some reason, and I haven't been able to figure it out, the citation shows the indentation on the website, but when you copy it over, that indentation isn't there. And so you need to use the tab button to get it over there. Okay. So when you submit this assignment, you're going to have the assignment sheet. You're going to have the sheet that has the answer to number 4 circled, and you're going to have another sheet where you've typed up 2 bibliographic citations. So this whole package is going to be submitted to complete this assignment. Please keep that in mind when you're working through this. Okay, thanks. I hope this was helpful, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Thank you very much.